Hello everyone, my name is Leopold, and today I'm going to be talking about Sonic at South by Southwest, at the 2018 one, the one that's coming in a couple weeks actually. So, for those of you who don't know, this is like an event where Sonic Team and Sega just discuss the future of Sonic, or what's to come here in the next year for Sonic. It's a yearly event. I don't know how long it's been held, but, this is just going to be like my predictions of what's going to be announced this year. So for starters, I highly doubt we're going to be getting a new game, like a new game built from the ground up, because it's going to be way too soon since Sonic Forces. That's the first reason. The second reason is because we just got two games released very close to each other. So, the main possibilities I see are like a new spin-off or a Sonic Mania follow-up of some kind, but that's about it. If they do a new spin-off, I would love to see another All-Stars Racing, because those games, in my opinion, are better than Mario Kart, or at least a port of Transform to the Switch. Like, I would buy a port to the Switch of Transform, because there's not really a very good portable version of that game, and that's like my favorite racing game. Like, there's so many people who would love to buy Transformed again if they would just port it, or make a new one. But Sonic Team and Sega hate easy money. Sonic Forces is the easiest case of, oh yeah, we hate easy money, we could have just literally re-released Generations but with new content, but we didn't do that. At least that's just the way I see it, But I digress. Anyways, recently it was announced that the Sonic movie has a release date of November 15th of next year. So, there's possibly some information on that. We don't really know much about the movie yet, except that people who worked on the animations for all the modern games like Sonic Forces, Sonic Lost World, and I mean the CG animations, Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, and of course Sonic Unleashed. That animation studio is going to be collaborating with Paramount Pictures, which is the studio that's going to be distributing the Sonic movie to make the animation. So even if the movie itself isn't good, we at least know that we're going to get a very beautiful looking art style that looks just like the games. Now, what else could we be getting? Maybe they'll talk about like what they plan to do with the movie, like maybe the story concepts, or maybe the voice cast, because we have no idea who's going to be voicing who yet. If you want my opinion, they shouldn't go all out and get a new cast. They should just use the current actors. That's probably going to piss a lot of people off, because some people don't like the current actors. Some people don't like Roger Smith as Sonic, whatever. But I feel like that's going to be the cheapest route to go. Like, you already had them on hand. You're not going to risk alienating fans by getting some celebrity voice cast that is even less fitting for the characters than the cast you already have. And in my opinion, most of the cast is fine. And I don't really mind Roger Smith as Sonic. I do feel like Jason Griffith is better, but either of them are better than Ryan Drummond. At least in my opinion. I just don't think that voice sounded the best. He just sounded way too stiff. I don't know, maybe it's the acting. But I digress about that. I'm not going to get into Sonic voice actors or anything like that for sake of controversy, because nobody in the Sonic fan base can agree on anything. That's how it is with any fan base, but with Sonic fans, they're always at war with each other. What else could be announced? Well, it's the year 2018, and there's a couple of anniversaries that are coming out. for starters, it's the 10th anniversary of Sonic Unleashed this year. And for those of you who don't know, it is the first game to utilize the boost mechanic that was introduced in Sonic Rush in a 3D space. So, who knows, they might port that game to the Switch or next-gen consoles. If you have seen gameplay of Sonic Unleashed, it's still, to this day, it looks like a game that's from this generation. It doesn't look like a last-gen game, and it was a last-gen game. So I think that, like, porting it to next-gen consoles with all the DLC and better frame rate would actually be a really good idea. But like I said before, the Sonic team and Sega hate easy money, and really there's not much they have to do to update the game. They could literally just re-release the game the way it looked back 10 years ago, and it would still be like presentable. It would still look like a current gen game, like I said before. It's just that good. It looks better than all the games that followed it. And that's not to say that the games that followed it look awful. It's just, it had high production values. That's for sure. So there could be the possibility of that. That would actually like make a lot of people happy. Sonic Unleashed was a game that when it was released, not many people liked it. The critics bashed it. But nowadays it's like everyone loves it. They call it the best modern Sonic game, or it's everybody's favorite Sonic game. For me, I still think the Generations is better because in terms of gameplay, it's more solid on the boost side. And the Werehog, I could do without. Like seriously, I've heard that Sonic Team thought that if they didn't add the Werehog, then Sonic Unleashed would be too short, but the thing is that Sonic Unleashed has hub worlds to explore and all this extra content. So I feel like that's a real excuse. I mean, they could have had Sonic Unleashed like stand on its own with the boost formula, be like, yeah, we're fully confident that this gameplay can stand on its own. And the thing is that some of the stages in that game are longer than the games that would follow it. Like, no 1 or 2 minute stages like Sonic Forces. That same problem was in Generations, but Generations actually had good design, so I didn't mind it that much. And Sonic Colors, you're not boosting all over the place, so stages are going to take like maybe 2 to 5 minutes to complete. Anyways. But yeah, there were long levels in Unleashed. There was actually passion in the game. And, you know, not everybody's played Sonic Unleashed. So maybe porting it to new gen systems wouldn't be a bad business decision. A lot of people would buy it, a lot of people would love it, and considering it's like one of the higher selling Sonic games, I think, of the last 10 years maybe, it does sound like a good idea. I doubt they'll do it, like I said before, but who knows? But with that aside, it's also the 20th anniversary of Sonic's first foray into 3D period, Sonic Adventure. It is turning 20 years old this year because it was originally released in 1998 in Japan. I feel old saying that because I'm going to be 20 years old by the end of this year. And, you know, I think that another good idea is to port Sonic Adventure 1 to new gen systems. I think that if they were to port it to the Switch or maybe the PS4, a lot of people would love that because a lot of people still love those games. To me, they haven't really aged well, but I still find them to be enjoyable or at least good games. But, you know, I would buy Sonic Adventure in HD on my Switch so I could play it on the go. It's a fun game, but I would love for there to be some changes and updates to make sure that this is the definitive version of Sonic Adventure 1. First off, make every story that's not, say, Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles completely optional, or make the Super Sonic story unlockable after you complete those 3 stories. And second, either remove Big or make his gameplay completely optional. I'm fine with all the others, but Big the cat in Sonic Adventure 1 is just awful. Also, I would love for them to fix some control issues. Like, to me, I found some of the controls to be kind of slippery, or how Sonic, some of the level design doesn't really complement his speed, because he can't really run in a straight line very well in Sonic Adventure 1. So, I mean, that's just me. Maybe it's just that I suck at the games. I just never really found them to be as, like, polished as the newer games, which is kind of understandable because, you know, it's an old game. So, you know, it not having aged well is fine. That's why some people would love an HD Mario 64, because that game hasn't really aged well either. And I mean, it's mostly because it's an old game. Now, I'm probably going to be doing a video like this, but for Zelda, because there's definitely a lot of stuff that's probably going to come out for Zelda this year, considering last year was so big with Breath of the Wild. I doubt it's going to be like a new game. I don't know what it's going to be, actually. But, I mean, I'll talk about it. But that's for another day. So, HD ports of the adventure games, I think that would please a lot of people, especially in a world where we have this game, which pleased the classic Sonic fans, and as well as a world where a lot of adventure fans really want that style of gameplay to come back. Personally, I think with how many gameplay styles Sonic has tried in 3D, he could do anything and, you know, it would probably still get backlash. Like, even if they went back and remade the adventure games from the ground up, people would still not like them for any reason. Like, oh, the voice acting isn't good, even though it wasn't even good to begin with. Or, oh, the voice acting is insane, even though the voice acting in the first game wasn't very good anyways. So, you know, updating it would be a bad idea. Or, oh, I don't like how the controls were fixed. And it's like, what? Or, oh, I wish that Big was still playable, and I'm like, shut the hell up. He didn't even add anything to the game. He detracted from the game. But these are all just my opinions on, like, updates they can make to the game. I don't know what else they could really do, other than, like, updating the graphics, the presentation, and all that stuff. And, you know, it would just be really a treat for adventure fans, because, believe it or not, Sonic Team and Sega have not forgotten that the adventure games exist, because, you know, in Sonic Forces, you can wear the soap shoes from Sonic Adventure 2. In Sonic Generations, the absolute best levels in that game were from the Dreamcast era. The Adventure 1, 2, and Heroes levels. So, you know, it would be in their best interest to make a game that's like the old adventure games, or at least remake those games in HD. I think that would really go over well. It would sell well. A lot of people would be happy. You know, they're all about pleasing the fan base and not doing it in the right way. So why not just give the fans what they want? You know, the fans are spoken. Like, most fans love Sonic Mania. I love Sonic Mania. It's such a good game, and I can't recommend it to anyone enough. Like, seriously, if you have an Xbox One, PS4, Switch, or PC, buy this game. Buy 10 copies of it. I already bought it 3 times. 3 times. So, you know, Sonic Team, it's not that hard to please everybody. You just have to, like, put the least bit of effort into it, and they'll be happy. but you continue to make it harder on yourself. Harder and harder. Which is why the fan base seems like they're confused or don't know what they want, but they continually say, hey, we want this, and then you give us something that's like what we want, but the execution is so poor that, you know, people don't feel like this isn't what I want. And for starters, they need to give up that mentality of trying to please everyone anyways, because that's impossible, especially with the Sonic fan base, or trying to bring them all together. There's no reason to try that anymore. There's literally no reason. You're just going to waste your time, and nothing good is going to come out of it. Because Sonic won't grow, the fans won't grow, and they're going to start losing interest. There's people who absolutely love Sonic. I'm talking about Sonic's great games, like Sonic Generations, or Sonic Adventures, Sonic Colors, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, who are just like, I don't care about the future of Sonic anymore because they keep making stupid decisions. I hate that. They keep making stupid decisions that lead me to not care. Like, I'll hope that maybe, just maybe, they'll make good decisions again, like how they greenlit Mania to be a thing. But even then, we almost didn't even get this game if Christian Whitehead didn't even make the ports of Sonic 1, 2, and CD. So, yeah. It's like the most simple stuff to please the fans, and they just won't do it because they're so hell-bent on fixing Sonic every 2 years. Which makes people wish that they would just stick with one gameplay style and polish it. Including myself, I wish they would do that as well, because, you know, there's no reason to, like, continually make games if you're not going to, like, fix anything, you know? Sonic Generations did what Sonic sequels should do, or like any sequel should do, or a follow-up, and it improved the gameplay of Unleashed in Colors. It actually showed potential that, hey, maybe the boost could be a good new way of playing 3D Sonic, but they never really expanded it, and they still haven't. I've already went into what I think might happen next, like the possibilities, but I haven't really said much else on that, and I probably won't, because I do still think that we might get a Mania sequel, or maybe another Boost game, or possibly just, a game that's kind of like trying to do adventure again. But the thing is, no matter what they do, they're not going to please everybody. And you know what? That's fine. They just need to stick to one gameplay style and polish it. And I don't care what that style is anymore. Like, I love Sonic, okay? I like Sonic more than Mario. I'm one of those guys. And, you know, if it has Sonic's name on it, depending on what game it is, I'll probably buy it. However, I probably won't invest time into the new comics. Yeah, poor segue there. The new comics for Sonic are coming out, I think, in a couple of months, so there's the possibility that they could be talking about that. I'm sure they'll talk about comics and stuff, but I feel like they really should port the modern Sonic games. Some people just want Unleashed ported. Personally, I find that to be a waste, because you could just port all 3 games, because they're all solid games, and not everybody's played them, and I would love to see that. I would love to see that on the Switch. I would definitely buy all 3 games again on the Switch, because I already have all 3 games. I've already played through all 3 of them, but I would love to buy them again. Probably not Lost World, because I didn't really care for Lost World that much. It's better than Forces, but And I do go back and play it sometimes, but I fucking hate that. But you know, that's not saying that. And then we have, you know, Sonic. Because, like, Sonic Forces was kind of a disappointment. It would be in your best interest to release another Sonic game on the Switch. Other than just Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. At least to me. Because I'm not buying Sonic Forces again. I love Mania enough to buy it 3 times, but I didn't love Forces. I thought it was okay and somewhat a step in the right direction, but they could have easily just had Sonic Generations ported gameplay or something. Or hell, just re-release Sonic Generations for the 25th anniversary. That would have actually been better. Like, re-release of Sonic Generations with new content. It might piss some people off, but you know what? People get pissed off anyways at everything. So, that's just me. Anyways, digressing from the whole games thing, I do expect them to talk about the Sonic comics from Archie. Me, I'm not a big comic fan, so I'm probably not going to invest in them. What the heck? And I never did get into the comics. The other ones, or no, it's not the Archie comics, it's the IDW ones, duh. Yeah, the Archie comics are the ones that ended. The IDW ones, oh my fucking god, get up there. The Archie ones are the ones that ended, and the IDW picked them up. It took me a second, but I finally got it. But yeah, so just to recap, what I think is going to come out of this year in terms of Sonic is either ports of games, like I would love a Transform port or a modern Sonic HD collection with new content or all the DLC content for Sonic Generations and Unleashed, and possibly a new spin-off game, I don't know. Also some movie information. I'm sure that there's going to be a tie-in game. I'm going to laugh if it's better than Forces, or they actually put more effort into it than Forces. And probably some comic news. So that's all I'm expecting at South by Southwest 2018. We'll find out in a couple of weeks when Kirby Star Allies comes out, because that's when it is. I'm probably going to be playing that game, and I'm also going to be making a follow-up to this video. And no, I will not be playing Sonic Forces during that video. Probably not going to touch that game again for a while unless I get really bored with Generations or something. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.